it is luxury. When you put the suit on, the feel of the fabric, you find it that it's different. When you look at this suit from a distance, you know that it's something that stands out, that there's great detail has been placed in putting the suit together. When they look at the color of the suit, and when they see the combinations of the color and how the suit is constructed, it lets you know this is just not your everyday suit. This is something that when you put on, it makes you feel rich, it makes you feel important, it makes you feel special, it makes you feel excited, and that's what a luxury brand should make you feel like. It makes you feel like that I am one of a kind when I put this suit on. You're putting on confidence because the suit was stitched with confidence. It was designed with confidence, and it exudes confidence when a man puts it on. And there's one suit that every man can wear. It will be a Clavon Leonard suit. Clavon Leonard, wow, there's so many interesting things that I could tell you about it. It is a brand that's built on the pillar of masculinity, class, sophistication, and luxury. People ask, and they talk to me about Clavon Leonard, and they ask me to describe, and I say it is a luxury brand because of the detail that's involved, whether it be the fabric that I've traveled far and near to acquire, whether it be the uniqueness of the design, but the fit. When you put on a Clavon Leonard suit, you know that you put on something luxury. It's going to be something that has great detail. It's going to be something that feels comfortable. It's going to be something that stands out in a crowd, but yet subtle enough that you don't feel like the whole spotlight is on you. To prepare a show, a lot of people, all they see is the end result, what they see on the runway. But there's a long process that's embodied to make that vision come to pass. One part of that product is that I travel all over the world, to select my fabrics from India to Bangladesh to Thailand to Morocco, looking for unique fabrics that I can create my designs around. And so I go in, I'm climbing over stalls, I'm meeting with vendors, I'm going into hot warehouses, I'm in weather that, is 99, 100 degrees, I'm out, I'm literally out, in the fields looking and exploring, trying to select fabrics that I think that would be unique to my brand and unique to my customers as well. And so that process, after selecting those fabrics, once I touch a fabric, it inspires me to then create, a design around the fabric that I've touched. Having a hands-on approach, it makes the uniqueness of what makes Clavon Leonard a Clavon Leonard, And I think that after that process is then selecting, finding the right models, and being able to create around them, whether it be from the shoes to the socks, to the shirt, to the tie, to the pocket square, all of that process is being put together long before they hit the runway, going back and having my son to create the images through lookbooks that we can pass out during the shows, creating the images, what I want to be displayed when they go home, what are they taking with them in the VIP packages, having, people dress and undress the models and assist, with hair and makeup. It's really a production. I tell people it's like a play. It's a whole production process from the writing of the script, to the finality. But it's an exciting process. It gives me an opportunity to explore. It gives me an opportunity to push the button and try things that, maybe you would normally see. My creative process of creating a suit, I can create a suit, the image, what I want to see within an hour, sometime within a day. It doesn't take long for that, but to put all the components together for the final product that you see on the runway can take months. When I think about my travels and where fashion and design have taken me, one of the places that is monumental in my journey is Auckland, New Zealand. And the reason why Auckland, New Zealand was really chosen was because I felt like as a designer, as a ethnic or as an Afro-American designer, that I would have a greater capability of being showcased outside of the U.S. I felt like the world is more ready for the dynamics of what I had to showcase than my local marketplace. And so we began to venture and begin to look out, me and my staff began to look out in other places that, you know, that fashion could be showcased. And one of the places that was selected was Auckland, New Zealand. And it was awesome. You know, they were very quick. They responded to us. We sent them the information. And of course, it was Mercedes-Benz. And so that was certainly a plus for us. And they received us and they accepted us. And it was oh gosh, what can I use when I want to think of one word to talk about what it was? It was exceptional.
Remember your scarf? And remember that you have a hat on your head. You have all the accessories. You need to work it. Pull the bag just a little far out. Exactly. So right now we are at the Sky Center Hotel, Sky World Hotel. And we're in actually the park area. And we are practicing with the models to kind of give them tips and reminders of, you know, how they should, you know, walk. Tips from photography, how they need to position their face for the best shots, making sure their feet are straight, making sure they're utilizing full all the accessories and props that are involved, that they are mindful of them and that they're utilizing them to the full capacity.
Is it video or is it picture?
It's a video.
Okay, awesome. We out here doing this runway walk. It's intense. We have to stay focused. But it's really exciting. The closer we get to the date, the more fierce I feel, the more confident I feel, and the more I want to follow instructions because I don't want to mess up. Yes.
I believe that practicing sets the stage for perfection, especially in this industry. It's the one thing that will make you stand out above the rest.
Are you excited?
Not yet. I'm getting there.
What's stopping you from being excited now?
There's nothing stopping me from being excited. It's just so much to do. It's hard to be excited. Got a lot of tasks. As things get organized, I'm a person I never really get excited until I actually get there. Leading up to it, I'm not going to be like, oh, in 10 weeks, 10 days. Not me. As things begin to unfold, I get excited and get stirred up. I'm excited about what's to offer. Yeah, I am. It's been unbelievable to see what God has done in a year time. 2 years ago, I never imagined being here. Even last year, I didn't imagine being here. I thought it was just so blessed last year to just be in Fashion Week in New York City, but to be in a whole nother country, on the other side of the world, and go from a small show to a Mercedes show is a large jump. Certainly an incredible jump to be on the other side of the world, and just grateful for the staff and to have models and photographers and everybody be a part of this, and to be able to be a part of somebody else's dream and their vision as yours unfold. I just know the importance of not just doing what you do for yourself, but being in place so somebody else's vision and purpose can be manifested in their lives. I see and I recognize how in tune you have to be, not just for what you're doing, but it's so important that you're doing what you're doing so somebody else's vision and dream can be accomplished if God's assigned them to your life. And I'm excited because people who are having an opportunity to do the will of God, and they like the experience, and this where favor is not fair, because I have models who never modeled at this level before, nowhere near this way before, and now they're gonna be on the runway with professionals. And I call my models professional because I think professional ain't just a level industry, because them being at Mercedes makes them professional, but I think it's the work ethics and the working and the laboring involved. I'm just excited for them to be a part, and even administratively to be able to tell somebody I work Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, whether it be from you, my son, a photographer, from an administrative thing, I work with designer, whether it be the models being able to say I worked in Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week. I think of just totality, and its totality is just big, and I'm grateful and I'm humbled, and I just know it's all God. I just want to give Him the glory for it, because I can take no credit. Well, I grabbed the material from India, and just a little pizzazz, a little color, a little glitz. Yes.
Well, tonight I'm actually wearing a Century 21 dress, but I was styled by Clavon's Wear, so he put me all together for this awesome event. I'm really excited.
Going there and being a part of the Mercedes-Benz Fashion Show, it was everything that I had dreamed of that it would be. I found wonderful people, a wonderful staff. I found a community that was open and receptive, of me, of my gift, of my talents. I felt like a local celebrity, even going into the local coffee shops, people coming in, recognizing that we were different, that we were from somewhere else, wanting our pictures, wanted to talk with us. And it felt great to feel appreciated. It felt great to feel looked at as a designer, not as just a designer of color. It was exciting for me, and the whole experience gave me such a global view of fashion on a whole nother level, and it gave me an opportunity to meet other designers from other places and be a part of other shows, and not just my show, but to be a support for other designers, to work with a phenomenal staff, to work with models, international models, for my models who it came from Clavon Talent Management, to work with other international models, for my photographers and my press and my staff to come there and be treated, like VIPs. It was just awesome. So the whole experience and going and venturing out of the country and going to the other part of the world, 22 hours, it was well worth it too.
So, Sai, how's your experience been so far with Clavon?
Good. Clavon's very influencing designer. He's a cool dude. It's awesome meeting people from New York and overseas. Definitely brings some insight, and there's definitely always more to learn. I love it. Looking forward to it next year.
That's how they call it.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Oh, put me in it, Pop.
Nah, Pop.
Yeah. Okay, look in there.
Shoot time.
Go time.
It's go time, baby.
Got to be on. First one.
This is to the top right here.
What's the current quality? I can get my bag.
All right. Hey, bro, good luck.
Sweet.
On the road again.
Well, we're on our way to the ACZ Center.
ACC is a health insurance company.
Oh, ACZ. We're on our way to ANZ Center, where the show is going to be taking place in less than 3 hours. And we're just excited. You know, we're getting ready. We got all the bags. We're in the van. And we're absolutely packed in there. And we're ready to go. And it's going to be good.
Let's get it.
Let's do this.
staff here with the hair, and they're very cooperative and very helpful. I told him I wanted something a little different, and he jumped right in, and they're gonna redo it, and instead of being high hair, they're gonna make it wide hair and big hair. I appreciate how helpful they are, and I appreciate the fact that they're working with me while I'm trying to decide how I want this done, and so I'm still happy. Less than an hour to the show. Once I decided that, once I was accepted into the Mercedes-Benz show in Auckland, New Zealand, then of course I wanted my models who I had created some of the clothing around to be able to showcase and walk the runway. The difference was that my models were very inexperienced and they had never walked a major show before, and this was new, but we had trained them and taught them how to walk and taught them how to pose and had been working with them. And I wanted the opportunity to showcase all the hard work that they had been doing. At first, we were met with a little friction, saying that it wasn't possible, that we could only use models from the agencies that were already in the country, that they were not open to bringing models over. I was very insistent that I had signature models, and I was insistent that they be able to participate in the show. I wanted them to open and close my show because they represented my brand. And so they gave in to my demands, and they allowed me to bring my models, and I was able to bring 3 of my models, and they were able to be a part of the show. They opened, one was in the middle, and one closed. It was awesome. I had an opportunity to use 2 of my male models and 1 of my female models, and it was just phenomenal. And I think that they did an outstanding job. You look at the video, you can't tell the difference in those who had just began only months before and those who have been doing it for several years. Guys, y'all got to stay in line. I want that uniform look. You got to watch the guy in front of you so you stay in line. All right? I think y'all good. But be mindful of the guy in front of you, okay?
How do you feel?
Feel good, relaxed, open, excited, waiting for things to roll. Wait for my guys to do their thing.
Us New Jersey cats about to get it done out here, you feel me, mate?
Go get them done. See how wrinkly that is.
All the ties have all been done, yeah, but that's okay, I can help.
Clavon Leonard.
reaction to my show was, wow, it is, it's hard to really define and put into words. Even backstage, I had people who were pressing and volunteers. They would say, oh my God, I absolutely love what you put together. And they love the scarves, they love the hat, they love the accessories, they love the suits, they love the cuts, they love the uniqueness of the suit. So even before the show began, I felt the level of confidence. I felt very good about what was taking place because I had people talking to me about my line even before it hit the runway. And certainly when it hit the runway and I see all the people taking pictures and they were videoing it, and afterwards, you know, that people was receiving it and they were clapping and going backstage and people were saying it was phenomenal, the show was phenomenal, it was so unique and it was so out of the box and hadn't seen anything like that before. It was just, it was wonderful, and people were so excited, and you know, they would want to talk to me about my production. They wanted to talk to me about my bags. They wanted to talk to me about the suits. They wanted to talk to me about who I was, where I came from, and it was just outstanding. And I think it was a very powerful time, not just for me, but for my staff and for my models as well. I felt good. I think it was really, it was a challenge because you really don't know how to feel while you're putting things together, and there's a little nervousness as you watch your vision come to fruition, how is it going to be received? Is it going to be received like you believed it would be received? And is it going to be loved like the way you created it? And so it was great for me because I saw what I created be loved by an audience. And that kind of confirmed to me that, hey, this is the right way. I'm doing the right thing. And so I felt good about it. So excited. It was everything for me. Seeing it, you know, it's just awesome. I feel good. I feel good about it. After coming back from New Zealand, I came back and I participated in the fashion show here in New York City. I participated in Fashion Gallery, and I participated with Small Boutique Fashion Show. People often ask, why did I do 2 shows? People usually do 1 show. I chose to do 2 shows because, one, I was really desperate to get my collection out. I had created 2 different collections, and I wanted them to be seen. I felt it was an opportunity to be seen. I wanted to appeal to 2 different markets. I feel like I wanted to appeal to the small business owner, and the small boutique to me represented the small business owner, which represented the United States, is built off small business owners. And it gave me a chance to really meet one-on-one and to learn these boutique owners. It gave me an opportunity to meet people of different levels. Fashion Gallery was more on a more social aspect. It gave me an opportunity to showcase with other emerging designers. It gave me an opportunity to be seen and with different media outlets. And so to me, one served a social platform and the other served a sales platform. So I felt like the combination of both of them would enhance my brand and give me an opportunity to explore, during New York Fashion Week. I'm often asked, how did you manage to do 2 shows, and how did you end up with 2 shows on the same day? It was very challenging. I had Fashion Gallery at 4 o'clock that afternoon, and then I had Small Boutique at 8 p.m., and they were in different parts of the city. I split my staff up, and it was just about organization. I have a great staff, and they were able to come in and help and assist me as we laid everything out for 1 show, and then we did the show at Fashion Gallery, and then we left, and we already had a whole nother car with all the clothes that would be on display at Small Boutique, and we went and we put that together. And so I split my staff up, so I was able to go and start with one group, end with one group, and start with another as they initiated the process of 1 show. I was able to come in and put the finishing touches on it. It was awesome. So it was about teamwork, and I think that's what we have. I have a very dedicated staff who believe in the brand and who believe in what I'm doing, and so it's very easy for us to work together. We know each other, we're concerned about each other, we care about each other, and we care about the brand. So it's easy for us to split the staff up and come together and make it all work. What I showed at Fashion Gallery was the Petals collection, and it was a collection that I came up with. I wanted to kind of shock the audience and let them know that it was okay for men to wear flowers and petals, and that whole collection was about a floral design. Every suit had a floral design, and it was emphasized with oversized bags, overnight Lexi bags named after my daughter. And so that collection was designed to let the public know, let the media outlets know that men, we're not afraid to wear pinks, we were not afraid to wear yellows and blues and purples, and we were not afraid, to be seen florally, that floral doesn't represent femininity, but that you can be masculine, that you can be bold, that you can be confident. And so that line represented that.
Clavon Leonard.
When I went to small boutique, I felt like I was catering to a more business audience. And so I came with very bold pinstripes, the lapels, carrying the same color with the color buttons and giving a very professional look, but a very bold look. A lot of stripes. And that whole collection was designed to show and to talk about that, you can't define the lines. I won't be defined by lines. The collection was full of lines, and whether it was pinstripes, whether it was plaids, it was about lines, saying that men and fashion now, we refuse to be defined by lines that would separate us, through colors. And so I felt like each line represent a statement that I wanted to make as a designer about what I felt about men and about fashion and where I felt that fashion was going as a whole. Well, I just did the first show of the night, and I feel good about it. I felt the guys were great. I felt like the staff, everybody was wonderful. Even the other designers, they were pleasant. I really enjoyed it. It's an awesome experience. On to the next.
Clavon Leonard.
The whole experience in New York was great. It was great to be home. It was great to be local, and it was great to have people to come and support you locally. The show at Fashion Gallery, I left there feeling excited. I found people meeting me on the wall, seeing my name on the wall when I passed by, and as a designer, and people walking up to me saying, "Oh God, that was phenomenal. I've never seen men in clothing like that. That was so refreshing. That was so new. That was so cutting edge." It left me excited, and it left me, it had my adrenaline going. So when I left Fashion Gallery to go to Small Boutique, I was already on a hype. I was already excited. And to go to that show and to get a standing ovation, it was beyond what I could describe in words. Never having experienced a standing ovation at a show before, it was just great to see. Looking in the audience, having my family and friends there who were there supporting me, it was awesome. The whole day just seemed like a dream, a very good dream that I don't want to wake up from. I was actually in a banquet with a friend of mine, and they were receiving an award, and I got a call that LA called me during the banquet. I stepped out, and I was thrilled to hear from LA, and that was such a wonderful experience, and for them to tell me that they were inviting me out to California, it was really thrilling. I had always desired to come to LA and showcase my designs, but just were waiting on the opportunity to do so. So the opportunity presented itself, and I was able to go. I was able to take my staff and take my modeling staff, and we were able to go to LA, and it was fun for me because it was like going home. You know, I have brothers and sisters live there. I have, you know, family, cousins. My godmother was there. I had friends, colleagues who I went to college with there, and so I felt like almost like I was going back home.
It's me, Clavon Leonard of Clavonswear, and where am I? On my way to the airport, headed to what? LA! Going back home. A little excited, and not really. I'm more excited about the people I'm taking who have never hung out in LA or hung out in Vegas. I always get excited to take people back to, you know, some of my stomping grounds, get to see family and friends and classmates from college and everything. And so, and hopefully I get to see JoVale. Hopefully he'll come to the show. I'm excited. So, get to see my brother, Everett, my sister Alicia, my sister Jerron, brother Johnny. I get to see everybody, and so I'm excited. And I get to take, you know, my crew and get to hang out in the big LA. And I'm excited about this show. And I'm even more excited about how God gonna wrap it up and pull it together. Because it's gonna be all God for real. Okay, good morning from LA. I woke up this morning and realized that one of our bags with the suit in it was missing. Well, I actually realized last night as we were unpacking some of the things. We didn't get to LA till 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and we got to the home that we're living in for the next couple of days, and realized that one of the bags, some of the suits were missing, some of the models began to try on some of the clothes, and they weren't here. Kind of laid down and woke up and felt like the Lord told me that I was like, something is wrong. And he said a bag is missing. When I got up, I began to count the bags. I began to wake everybody up and tell them that one of the bags are missing. And of course, everybody tried to make me think I was crazy. That, oh no, it's here, you know, no. Maybe it's there, maybe it's this place. And I looked at all those options, but I heard God tell me that a bag was missing, and it was missing. And so we was trying to call and get Spirit on the line. My son called, they told him that they didn't have it. I got a little frustrated. I told them to call back, be more assertive. I know they have it, and they were gonna get it. And you know, you can't act like it's your fault. You got to be assertive, and we did. And so they got the bag. I ended up talking to them, finding out they did have the bag, and finding out that the bag, they're gonna get the bag to us today. They're gonna put it on a flight, and they're gonna ship it to LA, but it's not gonna be to 2:30. Now we are trying to see what we're gonna have to do to make sure that we go to this fitting. I'm gonna have to take the suits that I got. Had to go get bags. They left the bags. The Clavonswear bags were left in New Jersey. The hangers was left in New Jersey. Just kind of something that's important. It's been a lack of preparation. We just got to look at the game and see how I'm gonna do things a little differently from this point forward. You know, so that it doesn't cause a negative effect on what I have to do. And we're just gonna make the best of it. And we're gonna meet with today, pick the bags up at 2:30 and see what we can do. One of the other models, Andrew, is coming. He hasn't gotten you yet. So we're gonna make the best of it. You know, I believe that the Lord has brought us here, and I believe this is by His hand. And I'm not gonna be moved. I'm not gonna be moved. He's gonna do everything He said, and we just got to. Even though we use faith, we still got to do our part. Faith without works is dead. There's a responsibility we have in it, and I just want to make sure we're doing what we're responsible for. And so this is our day one in California. So the word today is, you know, we won't be bound by fear. Fear calls us to be scattered. You know, it'll scatter us. Sometimes we can look at the venue, or we can look at the competition, or you can look at, oh, they from Wilhelmina, or they from what you call them. But we have to remember that we got to go into confidence of who we are and what we represent.
Hallelujah.
You know, we don't just represent the East Coast, we represent Cleveland, we represent ourselves, we represent our family, and we are here to make a mark. And just from what I'm getting, they don't do a lot of East Coast designers and stuff, but I feel like this is our time and this is our space and this is our place, and we want to leave a mark. And what the enemy does, fear causes us to be scattered. Then instead of us joining together as a team, we'll be kind of like here, there, and everywhere. So we want to be focused. We want to keep our minds together. It said that they had heard, they in the character of Philistine, the Israel also had it said that they had went in thickets, and thickets means like everybody began to like go to their own places, like a little wooded area. And what we do, we try to cover ourselves when we're fearful. Like we don't want nobody to know we're afraid, so we didn't cover ourselves. You don't cover yourself with a false sense of confidence. Jesus. Be real, be honest about where you are so we can talk you through it, so I can help you. Even if you feel weak in the area, you know, don't let the environment, let's not hide in the thicket out of fear, but let's come to the light. And what they did, they came to Samuel, he was their leader, he was their spiritual leader, so he came and said, come on y'all, we can do this. The people are scattered because they feel like we need a voice. And if you need that voice today, that's what I am. I come to be that voice to encourage you, you know what I'm saying? I'm your coach to say we gonna win this. We the team, stuff may look a little crazy, you know, we missing clothes or whatever. The outfits you look at may not be the exact ones you want to wear, but when we put it together, I just want y'all to go like every other time. Everything fall in place. So I just want us to be encouraged today that even though we are in a different element, we still who we are no matter where we go. And we are champions no matter where we go. And we got that same confidence. Wherever we go, we can do this, we're gonna do this too. And I believe that through this, that door is gonna be open, and that's what we're doing. So y'all got to maximize every moment. You got to be keen on your game. Y'all, we gonna go out, we're gonna have fun, but don't forget why we're here. We here to take care of business.
Yes, sir.
And that's the utmost important. That means y'all got to be rested. That means y'all got to be alert. That means, you know, you got to, everything you got to be up. You know, you can't look tired. You can't, and you may not feel the effects of traveling all night and doing all night, but it'll come on you. That's why I want you to make sure we get proper rest. Y'all more so than us, because you know tomorrow's going to be a long day. Our show ain't till 5 o'clock. I don't know if we first or last. I don't know what the lineup is. But I want y'all to be refreshed. You know, I want y'all to look alive. You know, I want y'all to be vibrant so that the pictures, the video, it can be something. This is new for all of us. Being on TV, it's new for all of us in this capacity. But it's our time, and we got to maximize this, and we got to make the most of this. And we believe that this is one of many of what we're gonna do. But I believe that we set this stage right, we can set the stage for some other stuff to open up for us. And that's what we're looking. We're looking to I need you to sell what's on your back, because it can open up more doors with the confidence. You know what I'm saying? Not arrogance, confidence. So there's a difference being prideful and being confident. Being confident, know that it ain't just you, but you're relying on the information that you receive and what to do. You're relying on the practice, the works that you did with your faith, and we rely on God to be certain to bring us through.
The process of going to LA was very interesting, even though we were sponsored by Toshiba, and you know, we had great opportunities. They were very challenging to get my staff as well as get my whole modeling corral, you know, to LA. And so when I got there, it was just a wonderful experience. The staff was exceptional. Gio and his staff, they made us feel so at home. It was just raw treatment. They were very supportive and helpful. We had it in a very exciting venue. They had platforms, they had talks, they had interviews for the models. It was just a wonderful, awesome experience. People stood up and they clapped, and you know, they gave me a standing ovation. So it just took my height of everything that happened, you know, to the next level. So my expectation of shows and designs, you know, it made me feel so fulfilled knowing that I had created something that people could appreciate across the board.
Director Brand Development at Fashion Week Los Angeles. And if you need anything that's brand related, please call me.
How do you feel about Clavon Leonard being on the show?
I'm very, very excited. We've never had a brand from New York before, so this is our first brand from New York. And obviously, the suit's going to be for guys and girls, and I'm excited about them exploring that opportunity.
Awesome. Are you excited for LA Fashion Week?
Yes, very much so. A little stressed, but excited.
Fresh cup before the show, feeling good?
Yes, sir. Got some of the other models. Beautiful and flawless. That's the name of the game. Yeah.
Clavon Leonard.
My collection in LA was really geared toward domestic violence and also cancer awareness, breast cancer awareness. So the whole show was pink and purple. You know, my grandfather died of cancer. I had some family members who had suffered and survived breast cancer. So we really wanted to show our support, you know, to what was going on. You know, there's so many things that we learned that, you know, people can be abused financially. It just don't have to be physically. Just learning so much and being a part, you know, to bring awareness, you know, to our communities, to our culture, you know, to the world. That, you know, as men, we stand in support of, you know, protecting, you know, women. After returning from LA, I did several other shows just for the sake of exposure and for the sake of charity functions. You know, and fashion and entertainment is a way to bring our community together, and so I wanted to be a part of uniting and joining forces with other nonprofits in the community to bring a sense of awareness to the various issues that we felt that the community was suffering from. As I reflect back on 2015, it has been a phenomenal, spectacular year. But there was a lot of lessons to be learned about the industry. Certainly there have been a lot of people that I met, really learned how to judge a lot of situations that, that's still new to me regarding fashion. I'm certainly not new to business, but there were some things about the fashion business is a lot different than a lot of other businesses that I've done. And so I think my background, human resource and people have really aided me in really understanding, the fashion industry, as far as the business side. The creative side, I just think it's a gift from God and just give me the ability to create. And so that comes from here. I believe that natural talents are what you develop and supernatural talents are what God develops. So for me, I felt like it was, there were some things I had to put in order and to learn and to grow by. I feel like there were some mistakes that I made. There's some things that I certainly could have did better. But these different venues that I went and I showcased, there was always a connection made with some people. My staff has been expanded because of it. I've been able to grow my business, to prepare for what's next in 2016. And so when I look at everything that's transpired and happened, I can really honestly say that it's really been for the good. And I see the development and the growth even from things that as I reflect on it, I say could have been done better or could have been done differently. I learned how to really apply wisdom, be patient, be expressive, to be understanding, to be on time. There's a lot of, principles that's been learned in this year, and I think it's been fundamental for me and my team. I learned the power of unity and support from a team that believes in your product and believes in you, because I certainly could have not done any of this without the team that I've had. I've been fortunate enough that I've been able to involve my family, from my son with the videos to my youngest son walking the runway, to my daughter walking the runway, and even my middle daughter has done makeup, so she's been a support. She did PR. So when I look back, it has been a time to cause my whole family to be a part of my vision, my dream. And to me, as a father, as a designer, as a business person, there's nothing greater than that can be done than accept the phenomenal success that we're going to experience in 2016. Well, when I think about this year, first I want to thank God, because I don't think it could have been possible without him. I know without him, for giving me the talent and ability, but I thank him for giving me the people. The most important thing that you have is the people that work with you and represent you. My son, my daughter, my assistant, the people who work in the background, Donnelly, Aleph, Christina, the models, Lion Ray, Johnny, Alex. They were there, in the beginning. They launched, they traveled with me. My assistant, Kessia, I could never say enough. She traveled all the way to New Zealand, off faith. She bought a one-way ticket and said, I'm just going to be there and I know I'm going to get home. And she did, and certainly she did. But it was awesome for somebody to believe in you and believe in your product and want to be a part of it. She could have came with 1,000 excuses. We are raising money now. We learned about, sponsorship and funding, and we didn't at the time. Being a struggling and emerging designer, finance is always critical. And so, but she used her own money to come out there and buy a one-way ticket and was able to come back. And so those are things that I'll never forget. My son, watching him stay up half the night, retouching pictures, working on the website, having to get up the next morning, 5 o'clock and get ready for work, go to work all the way in the city, come home and do photo shoots, to wee hours of the morning. And seeing that type of sacrifice drives me to say, don't give up. I gotta make this great. I gotta maximize the moment. When you see the sacrifice of others, it really, it motivates you, it compels you to give more. And certainly my mother, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you that her support, her sacrifice, whether to come and come and keep my granddaughter so that my daughter can be freed up to travel. Just her support, her encouraging words, my Aunt Lena, they just come, they support. I mean, it's without words, but certainly I want to say to my children, Lewis, Kelsey, Kyra, Alexis, as she calls herself, Clavon Leonard III, my son Lincoln Nelson. I could not have done this without you. And my church family, they came, supporters, they came, they supported me wherever my shows were. I just couldn't have did. There were people who were praying. There were people who were giving. They were giving to support where I am, all the way, from Bangladesh to Jafar and Abdullah, all the way, in Morocco, Hassan, in Bangladesh, John, all the way in Bangkok, Suman. I mean, wow, they were just great people who just came together, and even people who were, helped me on the other end, gave me a chance to dress them. I certainly want to say thank Frankie Z, who gave me an opportunity to dress him for his album and CD cover. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everybody, and if I forgot anybody's name, trust me, everybody who's given their support, everybody who stood with me, everybody who bought a ticket to the show that I was at, everybody who came and thanked me after the show, everybody who took a picture, everybody who liked my page or liked what I did on Instagram, and for every photographer that helped me, for every blogger that wrote about us, and every writer, I thank you. You don't have to do it, and the fact that you thought enough of me and my product, even to every event planner, who put on these shows, who contacted me and want us to be a part of what you were doing. I am grateful. You didn't have to do it. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of designers and people you could have contacted. And the fact that you looked at my work and you thought it was worthy for somebody to walk down the runway and see, I am grateful. So I want to thank all of the fans, all of the supporters, all of my workers, all of the people who came and aided me in doing what I do. I thank you.